Alright, so these are some books that I picked up this past weekend, and I got these all from one spot, one place. These are all $1 each, and you know, before I start buying anything, before I start picking up any books, I really need to know the price and how much things are. And I got this and the from one location, and the owner said that all the books in the boxes were $1. So I was like, all right, for $1 I'll pick this up. It's not high grade, but Spider-Man 315 newsstand. You got Venom right there, and just gonna move along because I got a lot. 169, really nice book. I was actually really happy to get this giant size annual 21 Spider-Man. I don't think I have this. I think I have the other one with the you know, in costume, and you got the villains, and but Sapper beat me to one of these earlier this summer. Sapper, Airborne Sapper. So happy to have this. This is probably the highest grade copy I have of 429, the Magnola. I think this is the 4th part. Yeah, this one's really sharp. Let me see, there's really sharp. Let me just take it out the bag. This is really, well, I see some defects now, but you know, it's really sharp to me. Alright, and well, let me put it back up. Let me see. So I come across some books, and for the most part, I mean, these can all be found for $1, but they're not really $1. I mean, they're worth more than $1. But my 3rd copy, I have this 871. It's again, it's the beginning of the Black Mirror, the first Scott Snyder on Batman, and the owners, he said this was a valuable comic, and it is, but it's not, you know, worth more than $50, you know, maybe 20, 30, 40 bucks. But there was 2 issues behind this issue, and that's why I need to know the price. And he said he knew they were valuable, and I think he said he might have to look them up on eBay, but he didn't, and he said he'd do them for $3 each, and in my mind I'm hearing $30, and then he said $3 each, and I didn't say anything, and then he said $3, and then he said, you know what, I'll just make it $1. So everything in this entire haul is $1 each. And the books that were in back of this, I was asking him about, that he was talking about, was this book. And this is the first time I've owned this copy, 880. And it's not the best looking Joker cover ever. To me, it's really ugly. I remember when this came out, you know, it's an easy $125 comic, but you know, it's a black and white, incomplete sketch drawing of the Joker. It's not the classic, you know, the green suit with the nice smile. It's really demonic, half-finished drawing and digitalized, or digitalized, and it's just not the best looking Joker cover to me, to be quite honest. But I think this is, I'd probably say, about near mint shape. You know, definitely worth getting slabbed, but I'm not going to. But yeah, so everything, you know, after he just made up his mind, and the owner just said, and everything's $1. So I'm really happy to get one of these. But you know, what's better than one is 2. So I got 2 of these, and what's better than 2? No, I'm just kidding. Only got 2, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, really nice. You know, as a collector, you know, I want these because they're valuable, and but I gotta change the bag on that. But you know, they're not. It's not the best looking cover to me, to be just be really honest. I mean, I know it's valuable, but you know, to me it's just, I don't know, something about it. I mean, to me this is a better cover than this, but you know, happy to have these. I'm a big Joker fan, big Batman fan, but again, it's not the most beautiful Joker cover to me. It's, you know, it's black and white. I don't see any colors on it. I mean, it's just not what I'm used to as a traditionalist, or yeah, just being traditional. And to come, you know, more issues in that Snyder run, Detective 872, 873. Jumping all over the place, but this is a really high grade Bronze Age Incredible Hulk. Pretty high grade. And another Bronze Hulk, 156. I didn't own this before. I think it might have dropped down, but it used to be a $30 comic. Hawkeye 1, and of course, you know, when I gotta get the whole run. 1, 2 copies. 3, not the whole run, but a good chunk of the early issues. 4, so nice. Another one of these. Uncanny X-Men 211. Wolverine 8. First, Mr. Joe Fixit Grey Hulk. You got Wolverine with a patch. This is a book that I can find pretty easily for $1. First appearance of Silk, Cindy Moon. They said that she might be, well, she will be in the Infinity movie, but will she be a Silk? We'll find out. Original Sin, Amazing Spider-Man 4. I love this comic. This is a better shaped one than the one I have, and this is probably near mint. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 1, issue 1, and this is just such a great read. And you know, I only owned the first one, but now I have the complete. Well, yeah, I have the complete run, and such a great read, and you know, quite valuable, but such a great read. I mean, I love this, well written, great artwork, and you know, just really great story. If you guys like story, I mean, if you have a Deadpool trade paperback, this will be like in the top 10 stories. A nice variant, Superior Spider-Man, a lot of modern age stuff. Oh, I love this cover. I wish I would have had Daredevil 7, Lee Bermejo, I think 125. Amazing Spider-Man 677 variant, beautiful Spidey and Daredevil. I could stare at this all day. Nice, beautiful variant. And then Spider-Man 692. And beautiful, I think, what is this, Marcos Martin or Pablo Rivera, but probably Marcos Martin. Got the 50 years 692 variant, and the 60s, 70s Gwen Stacy death. I think this is a $100 comic now. This is $100 according to recent eBay sales. But 692, the 70s, 80s, 90s, the Clone Saga, the what do you call this? The symbiote, I guess. New Avengers. But beautiful, complete run. Just going pretty quick. I bought this when it came out. This was a no-brainer. Spider-Man 700. Another variant. And, what is this? 700.3 variant with Black Cat. And then, you know, I had to pick this up. Smile, this is the first print. If it has anything other than the smile, it has like an exclamation point, then it's not the first print. But if it has just Smile alone, it's the first print with the green embossed cover. And this is really high grade, near mint shape. Killing Joke, better than, probably better. I mean, this could be the best copy I ever own. Another one of these. What is this? 212, the first Hydra Man. This is, you know, as it says, near mint minus shape. I believe it, really high shape. Spider-Man 150. God, I love the anniversary issues. You know, I always pick this up. Probably shouldn't anymore. 569. Never owned this. 187. Spidey. I bought this when this came out. Beautiful. Daredevil. Definitely Pablo Rivera from 2011. Got kind of crazy. Should probably take this out, but it's in some sort of crappy type of bag. But This is a John Romita, I can tell, John Romita senior cover variant. This is all Daredevil 1 2011. Another variant from the 2011 series, Daredevil #1. This is a I also bought this when this came out. I bought this for a cover when that came in 2011, and I sold that for $40. I mean, this is an easy $40 blank sketch cover. This is a $40 comic, $45, $50 maybe. But this is one of the most expensive and rarest blank sketch covers ever out there. Daredevil from 2011, and I'm actually looking for the Neil Adams variant. So if anyone has it, let me know. I like this cover. This is not a variant Daredevil 1.50, but not valuable. But I mean, this is a beautiful Daredevil cover for anyone who ever loves Daredevil. I mean, you got her 232 First Nuke, Mazzucchelli, Frank Miller, Jack Kirby, Daredevil 300, Daredevil 1, Frank Miller, I think maybe 187, Alex Maleev, Joe Quesada, Daredevil 1. What do we got here? Man Without Fear, John Romita Jr. You got Wally Wood in the little box. Daredevil 7 First Red suit. That's Wally Wood. Yeah, but beautiful cover. And then you got Kevin Smith and Gene Colan and Bendis, Everett, Otto, Lee, Maleev. Just beautiful cover. I love this cover. What is this? Greg Land or Brian Hitch? Probably Brian Hitch. Variant #4. This one's pretty expensive. I think this is around a $75 comic, maybe $100. Amazing Fantasy 15 cover swipe. Daredevil 7 variant with what do you call it? Bullseye. This one's definitely high grade shape. Definitely near mint. Maybe a 9.8. Really sharp to me. Beautiful. This is a nice cover. I don't. Oh, Pablo Rivera, I think. Beautiful. I just picked this up because it's a variant. Nothing. I don't think it's expensive. Nothing really special. Daredevil 11. This is a beautiful cover. Andy Gronov. I like it. Happy again to find these for $1. Daredevil 11 variant. Andy Gronov says 1 in 20. I think it's only worth like $20, maybe 25. Again, another near mint copy. Majority of these are all near mint. I mean, beautiful looking cover to me. Daredevil 14, another variant. Again, I'm just picking these up because they're a variant. Not exactly sure if they're worth money. Pablo Rivera again. Daredevil 21, First Superior Spider-Man. I think this used to be $20. I think it's just cover price now. Maybe $5. Probably just cover price. I mean, who really cares about Superior Spider-Man? But Daredevil 21, nice. Going pretty quick. Throw in some books here. Again, I shouldn't have bought this for $1. I bought it when it came out. It's pretty much just worth cover. The Superman Kiss. Just League 12 from the New 52. Jim Lee. Happy to have this. I think KKN was the first person to show this off, or I think Weapon X, but probably KKN. Aquaman 19 first. King Nearest. Yeah, I think KKN, but I'd never owned this, so happy to own it. He's going to be in the upcoming movie. I probably should stop buying this, but it's like $5, $5, $7, $8 maybe. Batgirl 12. Art gem cover. Again, probably shouldn't have bought this, but for $1, I mean, you get carried away. Wonder Woman 1, New 52. Is this a variant? No, I don't think this is a variant. It might be a regular cover. It reminds me of the Golden Age cover. No, I think this might be the 75th anniversary. Detective Comics 33. Again, I shouldn't have bought this, but I already have it. Joker cover. Futures End, New 52, issue 20. Yeah, Joker. Avengers #1. I bought this when it came out. Again, I shouldn't have bought this. I tell you, the total I paid for all these books was $150, but I got some more books, but I just have to cut down on showing all of them. But this is the first appearance of Ex Nihilo, or Nihilo. They said he might be in the Guardians movie, but that already passed. But I think Marvel will probably use this character since it's recent. I mean, you got Cap, Hulk, Captain Marvel. I mean, they're gonna use this team eventually in a movie, and eventually they're gonna go into this comic. I mean, it's worthless really, maybe $4 or $5, but maybe 5 years from now it's a $25 comic. I mean, it has a high print run, but first appearance of a major villain when this came out, Ex Nihilo, I think. I really like this cover. It's not worth much, but Mark Brooks, beautiful Ant-Man right here. Just a beautiful Taskmaster cover, really well rendered. Just a beautiful cover by Mark Brooks. First appearance of the Black Flash, New 52 Flash issue 30. I actually have one signed by everyone on this cover, but whatever. Thor, God of Thunder #1, and this is actually the first appearance of again right here. See, you have Odin without the eye. This is the first appearance of this is probably like $4 or $5, but it's pretty much cover price. So in other words, worthless. But you know, this could be Detective Comics 850. This could be a $20, $30 comic. You know. Right here, this is the first appearance. This is Thor without the with the eye patch. Thor without an eye. This is I think the first appearance of old King, or was it, they have a name for it. Let me see. What's the name? They have it called. I think they call it God Thor or Old God Thor or King Thor. This is nice. Wonder who drew that. They have a god. Let me see. I'm trying to get the name. Let me see. Where the heck is it? Yeah, but basically the first appearance of Thor without the eye patch. I think it's called the God Thor or King God Thor, something like that, or Old God Thor, or Old King God Thor, something like that, or quite simply just Thor God of Thunder. But there's an official name for him without the eye patch as an old king, as an old god. But whatever. I mean, it's not worth anything now. But should he lose his eye, this would be the issue, that he first loses his eye. Yeah, I mean, this is the first appearance of that. So there you go. Mind Management #1, Sweet Tooth #1. I got this nice little pin-up. Again, I would never buy it, but for $1. Detective Comics 32. I think this is a variant, but a nice pin-up. And Humans #1. This is a variant. It's pretty rare, but I don't think it's worth more than $20. This is actually a Dynamic Forces variant. Beautiful cover. This is another variant, but not really valuable at all. Batman Incorporated too. It has nice artwork, but you got your movie poster variant, Supergirl. Really happy to find this. Not something I was looking for, but it's a really nice cover. Prince Purple Rain variant cover to Batgirl. Really nice cover. Really beautiful. I think this might be, what, $30 maybe? 20, 30, $40. I think this might be Paul Newman Bullet. Cover swipe, or not, movie poster swipe, Selina called Catwoman. This is a really thick book, but again, for $1, kind of got carried away. Fantastic Four 600, beautiful Arthur Adams cover. I think it's not really worth much, but for $1, again, I shouldn't have bought this, but I got carried away. Harley Quinn 0. Not a really big Harley Quinn fan. Again, I don't know. I seen my local shop had this for like $5, so I guess for $1 I thought it was a steal. Backroll. Another Adam Hughes, a rare Adam Hughes Catwoman 53. Got two regular copies of Revival #1, first print, and here's a variant. Awesome Convention, Third Eye Comics, and then 3, 4. Didn't get second issue for whatever reason. We got Sex Criminals 1, and this one's, well, it's got some Sex Criminals 1 and 2. I think this might be like a $20, $30 comic, maybe $40. Pretty nice. Alright, let me closer. I shouldn't have got this, but Tomb of Dracula 10 cover swipe to Buffy. I don't have TOD 10, so I guess First Blade. Infinite Crisis swipe. This is a pretty cool cover to me. Just thought I'd show it off. Superior Spider-Man 24. Pretty cool Venom cover with the whole face. Actually, with the whole face. I actually never owned this, so I was really happy to have this. I had several opportunities to get this for cheap, and I guess I got it the cheapest. Now, Justice League Dark #1. I guess the first branding, the first official issue showing the team that they're going to make a movie on. The first issue you can associate this team with, really. First print, so I was really happy to get this, and I got carried away, and I thought, well, if I'm just pulling #1 out, I might as well pull #2, and if I'm getting 2, might as well get 3. Sorry, I didn't get 3. 4, I didn't get 5, but I got 2 copies of 6. Actually, I did get 5. These are some pretty cool covers. 5, 6, 7, 8. Did not get 9, but I got 10, 11, 12, 13, and I got 2 copies of 14. Got 15, and then you got Justice League New 52 0, and the annual to Justice League Dark #1 annual. And again, I guess there's some satisfaction in having a complete run of, or near complete run of Justice League Dark. Who knows? What else do I got? Random X-Men 158 random issue. This is. Well, it's nice. Daredevil 181. Not exactly expensive, but The Death of Elektra, Bullseye cover, Frank Miller, another Frank Miller issue. I found this for $1, but it's really there's issues with it. There's issues. And it's the second print, and the first print, of course, it shouldn't be worth anything, but again, this one has some defects, but it shouldn't be worth much. I got this, again, I already have these, but I got carried away, and of course, the most important issue to find is this one, and this one's pretty high shape. And there's an issue, this one has the, right here, the tiger insert, and I think this makes this more valuable, but every issue of this comic always has the waviness, if you ever notice that. There's always a little bit of waviness to this issue. See, there's a lot of waviness. Every Silver Surfer 40, but, and a lot of issues in this run, but this is a high grade, near mint copy to me. Maybe a near mint minus, but, yeah, a beautiful cover, first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. I think this book can only go up in value. Silver Surfer 40. To me, this is a, how do I say it? A beautiful cover, a great dollar book to own. Maybe worth 40, 50, 60 bucks, but a 90s issue. I would rather have 266, the X-Men, or Spider-Man 361. I'd rather find those than find this, but so yeah, I'd rather get instead of finding, because I've gotten like 10 of these already. I got like 10 of these. I'd rather get like and sorry, the video cut off earlier, by the way, but I've gone through like 10 of these, and I find them relatively cheap, $1 or $2, but for 90s comic, I'd rather find the first Gambit, X-Men 266, or Spider-Man 361 than finding this for a 90s book cheap. But yeah, again, I said Silver Surfer 40, but it's actually Silver Surfer 44. But again, a great looking cover. Yeah, I think I've done enough talking about this issue. This was actually, I think, Old King Thor is the name I meant to say. First appearance of Old King Thor is Thor God of Thunder #1. So yeah, again, the New 52 issue, and when it comes to issue #1s, I just pick them up for $1. It makes sense. Let me bring the camera back. Let me see. Okay. Should I do a little more? No. All right. I think this might be a variant, might not be, but again, black and white. I get carried away. I always think it's worth a lot. I've had opportunities to buy this for I actually had an opportunity to buy this for 10 cents at the store that I bought the other 10-cent comics from in my previous video, but I just decided to bite the bullet now for whatever reason. I was like, 10 cents, it's too high for what it is. I mean, this is not worth anything, but an Adam Hughes cover to Ferris, issue 19, issue number 9. I get carried away. I mean, it was going to be in my collection, at some point. For whatever reason, I was feeling it when I bought it. Batman Adventures Mad Love cover swipe. This is a Harley Quinn 14. What is this? Bruce Timm. Again for $1. I normally wouldn't buy this, but I got carried away with the cover. And again, a Batman fan. Not really a big fan of cover swipes. I already have the original to both of these, but Detective Comics 359, the first Batwoman appearance cover swipe, and I really like the purple, the background they chose, but again, I mean, got Joker and Batman, my favorite villain and hero, but for $1, I mean, I guess these cover swipes do me well. I actually like this. This is a second print. I like the red. It really suits this cover well. I like getting second prints. This is Flash number 1 from New 52. Flash always seems to do well. Really high grade. Mike Zeck, the part 2 to the Kraven's Last Hunt, Spider-Man 293. This is a satisfying find for $1, but unfortunately I paid $5 for this earlier this summer, and I got a $294. Again, I paid retail for this. I think paid probably $6, $4 or $6. But again, for $1, I still need that Web of Spider-Man, or I think it's Spectacular Spider-Man. The what is it, the 6th part to complete this run. I don't have. I'm just missing that one issue, and I have a bunch of these other issues in this set, the Kraven's Last Hunt set. But such great artwork, really great Mike Zeck artwork, really beautiful. I love it. I bought this when it came out for cover, and it's probably a $20 comic now. But and I sold that for $20, and this is near mint shape. Or probably near mint minus, but really happy to get this back. It's Captain Marvel 1, and I really love this cover. Ed McGuinness. I mean, these go well together. I mean, I love this Ed McGuinness cover. Just beautiful artwork. I mean, I love this cover, and I love this cover. I really love this cover. I love this cover also. Terry Dodson, Captain Marvel 3. I love this cover. That's why I got him, but beautiful. Jeez, just so beautiful covers to me. Batman, I think this might be Year 0, Batman issue 20. I think they reprinted this in a director's cut, but first appearance of Duke. Not exactly sure if this is worth a ton of money or not, but probably at least $5, but nice. I already got this, but Batman issue 25. I'm a sucker for all black covers. But again, this was a tough book for me to find, but I've got several now. But nice for $1, I'll take it. And to be quite honest, Avengers Assemble variant number 1. Not sure if this is worth a ton of money for a blank sketch, but this is probably even a. This could be a gem mint cover. I mean, this is flawless, but for $1, I mean, blank variant issues are to me, they're worth picking up from 2008 to 2013. They're worth picking up for $1. They just, I don't know, they just seem to do well. Spider-Man was at 5 or 638, something like that, but or 539. I don't know, but this is I don't know, for $1. I mean, to me this looks better than this. To be quite honest, I don't know. Just as a aesthetic, I mean, it looks sleek. I mean, you got the white, and you got. I mean, it's just, to me it looks nice. And funny enough, when I first looked at these to the owner, he was like, he chuckled because he knew, and he laughed because he knew these were valuable. It was like, how much are these? And he started laughing, but I guess he was in a very what do you call it, generous mood to let me have, or a very giving mood to let me have these for $1 each. But yeah, I mean, I'd say near mint, maybe near mint minus, but definitely will be in Mylar shortly. And the final two books are, I was really happy to get this. This is one of my most favorite X-Men covers of all time. Really dark, deep colors on this. X-Men 112, beautiful Magneto cover, and you got Wolverine with his eyes controlling the claws. Just a great cover with Magneto, and you got Wolverine. I mean, it's just so, it's like, reminds me of X-Men, the first movie, where his eyes, I mean, just you don't see his eyes, but the white facial expression is just so great. I mean, just such a beautiful looking cover. X-Men 112, a comic that I'm really happy to have in high grade, really high shape. I mean, this could be a 9.8 raw, a near mint copy. I mean, really sharp. You just go all around. Really glossy. Really glossy, really sharp, really clean. Not a surface crease on this. Really sharp, not a, I don't see any ticks, but really sharp, really beautiful. Definitely CGC slab worthy, but I ain't gonna do that. It's already in Mylar to me, but maybe could definitely press to be 9.8, but really beautiful copy. I mean, what was that, Bob Layton? George Perez, maybe? I'm not sure, but just a really beautiful high grade copy. Very clean, glossy, deep dark colors. High grade copy of X-Men 112. One of my this is probably my favorite cover of the X-Men title. Really beautiful, really beautiful cover. I've owned this before. I've probably had like maybe 1 or 2 copies before this, but this is a keeper. I mean, just beautiful. And this one was very satisfying to me to find. X-Men 130 First Dazzler. There's a lot of people who I know who always got this thing for like $1, and finally happy to have my own day. And this one is probably a very fine, probably an 8.5 maybe. Maybe an 8.0, a 7.5 maybe. But I'd just say 7.0 or a very fine to make it easy. I think she might be in a movie, First Dazzler, X-Men 130. But, I mean, there's some spine stress, but to me it's clean. Pretty high grade. Looks like Terry Austin, John Romita Jr., but really high grade copy of the first appearance of Dazzler. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm trying to show you, but I'm just trying to show you it's really clean and glossy and really high grade and pretty sharp. And this is actually picked this up, Daredevil 132. Again, a really big fan of Daredevil and Bullseye, and I have a great amount of Daredevil 132s and 131s. So happy to get this action figure at the same sale that I got this, but or these books, and just put this up. Really happy to get these. And I put up this. I'll just keep that there. But I just want to show you guys some. I actually got this. I did not get this week, and I got this. When did I get this? I got this in 2010. First appearance of Elektra. It's probably very fine shape. I got this from Midtown Comics Online. I actually got this, I wrote it down, June 17, 2010. That was probably a weekday. I paid $12.75 for this, high, yeah, maybe very fine minus, pretty high grade. And I'm showing this off for a reason. I've already showed off all the books for this that I got for this particular haul, but I want to show something pretty important that some of you guys might not be aware of. When I put this in Mylar, I didn't have Gerber fullbacks, but I put 3 backing boards, and I don't know if you can see it, but the comic, you know, this is a bag, and the comic you want to have flat. And there's a certain science to this where there's so much pressure that it made an impression, an indentation where this is supposed to be flat, and it doesn't have any room to breathe. And this like little pinch, it pinched the bottom of this comic, and it made it, it put an impression. So it's really hard to show off because let me remove this. Let me see if I can focus where. No, it's not. It's probably not going to focus. But what you need to have is, or see, I don't know if you can notice, but let me see. It really it pushed it down. It pushed the bottom corner down, and I think you can see it. But this is what you need to have, and this is just one little fullback. And this one, it makes it nice. There's enough breathing room where this doesn't pinch it. But see this one. You can see the one on the bottom, 168. The Mylar, because it had 3 backing boards, it pressed down on the bottom of the comic, and you can see how it's not flat compared to this, where this is pretty much flat. But this one, it made an impression. To me, this is not, this is not a gem mint comic, so I don't mind this to already have that impression. I mean, it's still high grade, and you can, I'm sure, press it, but I just want to give like a little knowledge that, if you put too much pressure in this, not enough breathing room, your comics will get damaged. I mean, just because you have it in Mylar and a board doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. I mean, you have to constantly care for this. I mean, and when I store the comics, I have them like this. That way there's an even distribution, like that, upright. That way there's an even distribution. That way the spines don't have any more spine roll. Just trying to really protect the comics. But that's it for this haul, and thanks for watching, guys. Again, share, comment, like, subscribe. Thanks to all the viewers who watched all the previous videos, and yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more stuff. Alright, peace.